Evolution of the Cheshire Cat. Alice in Wonderland, 1903. The Duchess's Cheshire Cat appears to and disappears before Alice a couple of times and directs her to the Mad Hatter's Mad Tea Party. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1910. This is a 10-minute black and white silent movie made in the United States in 1910 and is based on Lewis Carroll's 1865 book of the same name. Alice in Wonderland, 1915. Alice meets the caterpillar, then runs away and meets the Cheshire Cat. Alice in Wonderland, 1949. In this French movie, the Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Felix Aylmer. He directs Alice to the Hatter, March Hare, and the Dormouse, who are having a tea party. Alice in Wonderland, 1951. The Cheshire Cat is depicted as an intelligent and mischievous character that sometimes helps Alice and sometimes gets her into trouble. He frequently sings the first verse of the Jabberwocky poem. The animated character was voiced by Sterling Holloway. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1972. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Roy Kinnear. Alice finds curious little animals and people like the Cheshire Cat and the White Rabbit, and more. Alice in Wonderland, 1981. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Alexander Shervint. Alice in Wonderland, 1985. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Telly Savalas. Alice meets the Cheshire Cat, who tells her there's no way home. Adventures in Wonderland, 1992. The Cheshire Cat appears as a supporting character that has closer resemblance to a tiger or lioness than a house cat. Coat has a lilac base with stripes painted in a violet accent color. The cat possesses human-like mouth and facial structure. He loves to play all manner of practical jokes on everyone. Aladdin, 1994. In the episode Moonlight Madness, Genie impersonated the Cheshire Cat. Alice in Wonderland, 1999. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Whoopi Goldberg. His head appears in the sky and is ordered to be executed. Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse, 2001. The Cheshire Cat appears during the finale song. House of Mouse, 2001. In the episode Ask Von Drake, the Cheshire Cat appears atop the Queen of Hearts' crown during the Ludwig von Drake song. In the episode Super Goof, he appears atop the March Hare's chair with the Mad Hatter pouring tea on the hare. In the episode The Stolen Cartoons, when Donald Duck proved to be a terrible host, the Cheshire Cat vanished from the club. Mickey's House of Villains, 2002. The Cheshire Cat appears both before and after the villains take over the club. Alice in Wonderland, 2010. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by British actor Stephen Fry. In the movie, Cheshire, as he is often called or sometimes Chess, binds the wound Alice suffered earlier by the Bandersnatch and guides her to Terrant Hightop, the Mad Hatter, and Thackeray Earwicket, the March Hare. He is blamed by the Hatter for desertion when the White Queen is deposed by the Red, but later impersonates the Hatter when the latter is sentenced to decapitation. Throughout his appearances, Chess is able to make himself intangible or weightless, as well as invisible, and thus to survive decapitation, and is usually depicted in midair, at shoulder height to human-sized characters. Electric Holiday, 2012. The Cheshire Cat appears as one of the many Disney character guests to attend Minnie Mouse's fashion show. Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, 2013. The Cheshire Cat appears voiced by Keith David. Originally a friend of Alice, the Cheshire Cat appears many years later when she returns to Wonderland, now wild, ferocious, and apparently loyal to the Red Queen, in addition to being one of monstrous size. The Cheshire Cat encounters his old friend in Tulgey Wood and attempts to eat her due to a lack of food within the woods, but he is distracted by the Knave of Hearts and accidentally swallows a mushroom, causing him to shrink to the size of a house cat, prompting him to flee. Alice Through the Looking Glass, 2016. After Alice returns to Underland, the Cheshire Cat informs her about the situation with Terrant. Later, he accompanies her with the others to the clock, which leads Alice to time. After Alice goes back in time, she encounters Cheshire as a kitten, at this point still learning how to evaporate. Later, when time starts to rust, he joins the others for their eventual death. When time goes back to normal, he is seen with the others as Alice returns to London. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, 2022. The Cheshire Cat appears as a bootleg version. He makes a brief cameo escaping from a shipping container with the other victims that were in debt to the Valley Gang. He had been given the body and skin color of Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. Alice's Wonderland Bakery, 2022. In the series set several generations after the Disney movie, the Cheshire Cat, voiced by Max Mittelman, is depicted as an immortal, being the only character besides the doorknob not to be represented through a descendant. The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, 2022. When Mickey is turned into a golem-like creature, he holds onto a Cheshire Cat snow globe.